everyone, Happy New Year. This is the first video that I'm filming in 2023 and it only feels right to start off the year with doing like a goal setting video and a recap of last year. And I also want to go through my vision board as well, have a look at what things have happened and what things haven't, and also I want to create a new vision board with you guys. So I also want this video to be something that you guys can do with me. So instead of me just like sitting down and chatting to you all about my goals, I'm going to do that, but I also thought it would be a good opportunity for you guys to do some planning as well. Hopefully by you guys doing this with me, it will maybe be motivating for you, and also I feel like it holds me accountable when I'm filming this video. But yeah, maybe grab a tea or coffee and even pop this video on the TV. I feel like that way you can like fully immerse yourself in what's going on. But anyway, I want to start off by, I guess, going through my goals from last year and seeing what I did achieve and what I didn't. Not gonna lie, it really does not feel like a year ago that I wrote these goals down in this journal. So let's begin. I actually split all of my goals up last year into categories, which I'll be doing again this year. But the first category was personal development. I said that I wanted to read 10 pages each day, which, not gonna lie, I didn't do. I definitely have been reading a lot more than previous years this year, but I haven't done 10 pages a day. And then another personal development goal that I had for 2022 was to journal each morning. And I started off the year quite strong with this, but I have kind of fallen off the bandwagon with taking time to journal like towards the second half of this year. I remember last year when I was setting my goals, instead of being really specific, I wanted to write more intentions for each category, which is really great, but it is kind of hard to measure looking back. So my health goal was to go to the gym consistently 3 to 5 times a week. And I will say that I have been going, I'd say about 3 times a week. I then also said that I will love my training, and I definitely did enjoy my training a lot more last year. For my relationship with Brayden, I said that I wanted us to do more weekly date nights and prioritize adventure and travel and just explore more places, just because it is something that we really value in our relationship, and exploring and just trying new things together is just really good for us. And we definitely did that last year. We did lots of little getaways, and I'd say that we took time off on weekends to spend together. For the family category, I said that I wanted to build better relationships with my siblings and organize more one-on-one time with my parents, which I have done. I've spent a lot more time with my parents. I feel like I've got a lot closer to them. But as for my siblings, I've got a lot closer to my sister, but my brothers, like, love them, but like we haven't done that many things together. So that's something I still want to work on. For the hobbies category, I said that I wanted to have more fun and set aside more time for me. I wanted to read more, do more organization, exercise more, and be more creative. And I said some ways that I can be creative is by practicing makeup, styling outfits, creating reels and TikToks. Definitely did all of those things. And I feel like this year I definitely have made more time for my hobbies, even though the line can get a bit blurred though, because sometimes like I'll film myself doing my hobbies. So I'm like, is it like technically work? I don't know, but I've just been way more creative and just been doing more things that I haven't done in the past. Like I've just been trying new things, which has been fun. For the skill category, I said that I wanted to learn more about TikTok and making short form videos, and I also wanted to improve my graphic design skills. I definitely have made so many more short form videos this year, and I feel like I've gotten a really good flow with it, but it was something so new to me at the start of last year, and it wasn't like second nature, but I feel like I found my knack with that, which is good. And as for graphic design skills, like I haven't really prioritized that much, but I just have been using my good old pick monkey, and it's working fine. I said I also want to post on TikTok and just have fun with it, and I want to post weekly vlogs for YouTube and do the occasional daily vlog or sit down video. And I said that I really wanted to focus on inspiring people and teaching them new things in my videos, and make sure that I have an element of personal development and self-care throughout the videos. And I feel like that's something that I still really want to work on more. And there are ways that I want to implement more self-development into my content. But yeah, I feel like I would say that I achieved that goal last year. For Elements of Presence, which is my small mindful business, if you guys didn't know, I said that I wanted to keep coming out with a broad range of unique products created by me. And I said that I wanted to create some bundles / hampers, and I also wanted to sell to wholesale, which I didn't do. I honestly didn't make that a priority at all, but I did make some bundles, so that was really good. I'll get into this more a little bit later, but I feel like my mindset towards Elements of Presence and my business has changed a lot throughout the year, so I feel like I've got different direction in mind. For finances, I set myself a figure that I wanted to earn each month, and I did earn it some months, but some I didn't. But I also said that I also wanted to invest a lot more like next year in shares and property and things like that, and just in my business. I would say that I have definitely invested in my business, but in terms of property and shares, I don't think I invested any more money in that. We're still waiting for our duplex that we actually bought a year ago or so to go ahead and start being built, but that's a whole other story. So yeah, that's that. And finally for leisure, I said that I'm gonna travel this year and do an international trip. Braden and I will visit Queensland, Western Australia, and go to Hawaii. So we did go to Queensland and we did go to Hawaii, but we didn't go to Western Australia. And then I wrote after this, we are also gonna complete our home this year by completing the balcony, getting a new fridge, and making it more organized. I don't know why I put that in the leisure category, to be honest, but yes, we did all of those things, completed the balcony, got the new fridge, and I feel like our place is complete now. So they were my goals I set last year. Like I said before, I feel like they weren't super specific, so I think I want to get a little bit more specific this year, just so they're a bit more measurable. And I don't know, I think part of me also in the past didn't want to be too specific, because I think I was like worried that if those goals didn't happen, then I'd be like disheartened. But I feel like there's no shame in writing something really specific, like it might happen. So this is my vision board that I actually made a couple of months ago, and it's kind of crazy because a few of the things on here have already happened and it's only been a couple of months. So it kind of blows my mind and it makes me realize how powerful visualization is. So I don't really want to change this up too much yet, just because I haven't had this vision board for very long. But I do feel like I can get rid of the things that I've achieved and then maybe add some new goals onto there. But anyway, I guess I'll talk through my vision board. These two photos in the top corner symbolize acting, and acting's something that I've been wanting to give a go forever, and I don't really know where I'd want to go with it, but I just have this like niggling feeling that it's something that I want to do. So Jessie and I have actually enrolled in a course that we're going to be starting really soon. Like, we paid for the course and everything, so I'm so excited about that because we're actually taking action on it. So that's happening. The next photo along is a podcast microphone, which symbolizes me bringing back my podcast, which is in the works, and you guys can expect that sometime soon. I feel like I've been promising it for a while, but I am taking action on it and I'm excited about that. Then we have a photo of a girl on a plane with a suitcase, and I feel like that just symbolizes travel, and I really want to do more travel this year. But yeah, after I made this vision board, I actually went to Hawaii. I booked that trip. And so that's what that represents. And then these two travel photos here are just of New York in winter and then the Amalfi Coast in Italy. I'd love to go to New York in winter, like for Christmas. So that's that. And then I've got a photo of the Amalfi Coast. I'd love to go over to Greece and Italy and just do a European summer, which might be happening. Then these photos on the right symbolize getting engaged. And I don't want to talk about that too much because obviously it's very personal to me and Braden, but I am so excited for that day. I'm not engaged right now, but it is something that we plan on doing in the near future, and I'm so excited about it. This corner is kind of like my little business corner. I've got a photo of some Shopify sales, and ever since I did this, I did notice that I got more Shopify sales, which is kind of weird because, like, to be honest, I haven't even really been posting much on my Elements of Presence Instagram. So I was kind of surprised about that. And then finally, like, this photo here is just a photo of some girls dancing on a table. And it just makes me think of happiness. And I feel like me and my group of girlfriends just have the best time together. We've had so many fun times. Like, we've been doing these fun nights at my friend Maddie's house. Like, this year we had a really fun Halloween party. We had a fun Christmas party. And I don't know why, like, this photo gives me those vibes. So I feel like that's something that I really craved. I really wanted like a good group of girlfriends that like I could do fun things with like that. So that's my current vision board. We'll check in a little bit and I'll add some more to it. But now I want to go and do a little bit of journaling with you guys. Okay, this is time to get out your journal if you haven't already. So I've come up with 5 different prompts that I'm gonna spend some time journaling with now, but you can use whatever prompts you want, but I just find these 5 are really thought-provoking. So the first one is, what am I proud of from 2022? Then we have, what am I letting go of and leaving in 2022? Then I want to write about the lessons I've learned in 2022. The next prompt is, what do I want to do more of in 2023? And the final prompt is, what habits do I want to implement and what habits do I want to stop? So feel free to use those prompts if you want and let me know how you go with it. But I'm going to spend some time now doing some journaling and I'll check in with you guys after. I've just written 2 pages answering those prompts, and I actually already wrote out the lessons that I learned from 2022 the other night in my other journal. So I'll briefly touch on what I've written. As for what I'm proud of in 2022, I wrote down that I'm proud of putting like my mental health first and overcoming anxiety, because this has been a really, really big thing for me, like forever. And I have documented, I guess, my journey on YouTube without even knowing ever since I started. And I've really overcome it and made some big changes this year that have really helped me. And overall, as a result of being less anxious, I'm able to be just more content and happy and just an overall loving person, and I'm just a better girlfriend, a better daughter, a better friend. And I'm also just really proud that as a result of that, I'm able to say yes to doing more things and just enjoy life, because before it felt like I couldn't enjoy things. As for what I'm letting go of and leaving in 2022, I'm leaving my anxiety behind and leaving any like negative self-talk. I really feel like towards the end of this year, I've got much better at hyping myself up and becoming more confident in who I am, and I want to continue that in 2023. What I want to do more of in 2022 is make more TikToks, travel more, have more girls' nights, and overall just laugh more. As for the habits I want to implement, I want to have no phone/screen time for the first hour when I wake up. I also want to go to bed at 10 p.m. each night, and I want to be dedicated to my skincare routine. And for the habits I want to break, I want to spend less time like scrolling and searching for trends, if that makes sense, because that's something that I have done a lot of in the past on TikTok. And I just feel like it's one thing sometimes to go on to like enjoy TikTok, but just scrolling, like looking for trends, just frazzles me, and I kind of want to stop that. And I also want to stop not replying to messages. I am that person who is so bad at getting back to texts. Let's get on to some goal setting, which in my opinion is the fun part. So if you guys don't know where to start with your goal setting, one thing that really helps is like the wheel of life. And there's a bunch of different ways you can do this, and you can change the categories for it. But basically the idea is that you create a circle and split it up into different segments, like a pie chart really. And for each section of the pie, you have a different area of your life. So you have like career, finances, family, etc. And you can tailor it to what's important to you. Then you're meant to rate each area on a scale of 1 to 10, so you can see where's thriving and where you'd like to work on. It's just a really good technique to help you actually visualize your life and think about what you want to improve on. So instead of actually making a pie chart, I'm just gonna list all of the categories, and then I'm gonna rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. And underneath, I'm gonna write some goals for each one of those categories. So for me personally, I'm gonna write goals for career and business, finance, health, family and friends, personal growth, romance, physical environment, and then fun and recreation. Okay, so I finished my wheel of life. I ended up taking up like 4 pages. But honestly, it was quite fun. I wrote down quite a lot of stuff for career and business. I'll tell you some of my goals because obviously some of them are quite personal. But like I said before, I want to release my podcast. And the podcast is still going to be called the Inspired Mind Podcast. And I actually plan on creating a bit more of a brand around Inspired Mind in general. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. And I feel like this is something that maybe people don't discuss as they're currently like making a decision. But you guys, my friends, and I want to be open about it. But I think that I'm going to close down Elements of Presence and put a lot more time into building Inspired Mind and creating a brand around that, because honestly, my goal for Elements of Presence was to eventually come out with more tools and courses and stuff through that brand that was to do with mindfulness. But it almost makes sense to do that through Inspired Mind. So have the podcast and then create tools and stuff that can go along with the episode. So down the track, I'd love to release some journals and planners for you guys, because that's what I'm truly passionate about. And that's what I've learned through this whole process of making products through Elements of Presence. I love the planners, and that's what really aligns with me. But to be honest, I don't know if like everything else fully aligns with me, but I'm really glad that I did create Elements of Presence because it's taught me a lot. So I feel like when I do come out with Inspired Mind, that's something that I plan on doing, and it's something that I want to do a bit more long term. Another thing that I'd really like to try out in 2023 to connect with you guys and also just to build my business is to actually create a YouTube membership. And I'm unsure whether I'd do that on this channel or on a completely separate channel, but you can actually create memberships now. And I know there are so many other platforms where you can do this, like Patreon, and I'm sure you could create memberships on your own website and stuff. But I feel like since I'm a YouTuber, it kind of makes sense to do it on YouTube. And That way I can release exclusive content to you guys as well as like my weekly content. And I'm still trying to decide on what I want to do. I thought it could be fun to maybe do like a book club, like a self-development book club with you guys, and do like challenges and things like that. But yeah, I'm still in the planning phase, but I'm really, really excited about this idea, and I would love your thoughts and opinions, and like if that's something you would be interested in. And I know a lot of people don't really talk about this stuff as they're coming to the decision, but I personally just want to chat to you guys because at the end of the day, it's something for all of us. So I want your opinion. And speaking of YouTube, another goal of mine is to have an upload schedule this year, which I've kind of dabbled with in the past, but I'm going to try and be strict with uploading every single Tuesday. That way I have Monday to edit, and I'm going to post on Tuesday, and that is my plan. So you guys can expect that each week. For finance, I pretty much just wrote how much I hope to be earning from my different forms of income. So like AdSense and sponsorships and things like that. For health, my goals are to plan my meals in advance each week, go to sleep at 10 p.m. each night, and get out of the house each day. For family and friends, I really want to spend some more time with my sister offline. We do already do this, but I want to make sure that I have like quality time with her without filming and things like that. And then also I want to make sure like I tell people in my life that I love them more, because I feel like it's so easy to sometimes forget to do that. For personal growth, one new thing that I said is that I want to invest in a business coach. For the romance category, that's kind of personal, so I won't go into that, but basically that category is still with me and Braden. Then on to physical environment, I actually am hoping to move this year. I have written down a specific month in my journal, but I'm open to it like being a different time, but I'm hoping that we'll move this year. As for fun and recreation, I've written down like a few places that I want to travel. So Braden and I might be going to Europe at the end of this year for summer, and yeah, so I've written down the places that I want to go for that. I also just want to have more girls' nights because they just make me so happy and I've been really enjoying them. And I want to make new recipes, just practice my cooking, do that acting course that I was talking about, do more TikToks, read more books, and that's like pretty much it. I hope that gave you guys some inspiration maybe for your goals as well. The next thing that I wanted to chat about is creating an action plan and systems for your goals. So I feel like it's all well and good writing your goals, but sometimes what you need to do to actually make the thing happen is create systems. And this is where I've gone wrong with some of my goals in the past. So that's why I struggled to stick to my podcast in the past. It's because I didn't create a system. And so when I relaunch it this time, I'm gonna have like a clear system in mind. So I spent some time the other day going through my yearly planner, and I've planned out the whole of January, and I've also like written myself a workout plan for each week, like what I want to do and like where I want to train. And I've also kind of written a rough schedule for work, if that makes sense. So like Monday is my editing day, Tuesday is my upload day, and yeah, so on. So spend some time like making some systems depending on your goals and figure out how they're gonna work. Back onto my vision board, and I just realized that when I went through my vision board earlier and was like explaining all of the photos, I didn't even talk about the photo of the girl with the copper hair. I totally missed that, but obviously you can see that I dyed my hair in the end, so that's another thing that I accomplished. Now that I've got all of my goals written down and I've done my wheel of life, I'm just gonna like basically put my goals into Pinterest and find photos that resonate with those things that I'm trying to achieve, and then I'll put them into PicMonkey. You can use PicMonkey or Canva. PicMonkey is free, so is Canva as well actually, and you can just drag it around and make a nice little collage of everything. And then I really like to have my home screen and wallpaper on my laptop as my vision board because I use it every single day, so I'm seeing it constantly. But you could even make your phone wallpaper your vision board as well, but I guess the only thing is though then other people will probably see it and it is kind of personal, but totally up to you. Or you can even print out all the photos and pop them on a cork board, which I've done in the past too. Okay, so my vision board is updated. I got rid of a couple of things and just added a few new photos. I feel like it's fairly self-explanatory, but yeah, I'm so excited to see how this comes to life this year. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's pretty much it for like my 2023 goal setting video. Let me know how you go with setting the goals for yourself, and yeah, what you're really excited for this coming year. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I'd love to know what you'd like to see from me this year. It always really helps having your feedback, because I just love connecting with you all, and it helps knowing if I'm on the right track. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.